making light, making fun of arrogance. You know, it's funny, it's hilarious. I mean, why not? A couple years ago, I think it was either 2018, 2019, and it was either spring or summer. It must have been spring. Who knows? Maybe it was the fall, but autumn, whatever. I prefer the word autumn, but it was just might have been October even. I don't know. It was a female. She looked like she was a Latina. She pulled up, and I already talked about it, so I'm not gonna get into that. But I was just making fun of arrogance. Like, yeah, I was a boss, and this is my company, this and that. But you could come in, this and that. It just, I was making fun of someone that just thinks too highly of themselves. It's like, how could you not think that's funny? Unless you like that as well, so you probably get offended. Which is actually kind of funnier to begin with, but for a long time I thought, well, people just don't understand it, or maybe I guess they get embarrassed to get hurt by that. So it's just hilarious. It's like, I didn't tell people that I own, Amtech, the beer distributor company. I'm not gonna say that only to that girl that was in that parking lot, or she came to the Elizabeth warehouse, and it was just for jokes. They might have done that again with another female, but it's like, if you don't get that, then chances are, we probably shouldn't talk if you don't understand that. It's like, you really think I think like that, then, especially with my facial mannerisms, and how I could go from that to like 180 total opposite of that. It's a joke, but I only do that. It's like, I guess it's my way of flirting, It's my way of flirting, and the Latina girl, she just had fun. She started laughing at it, So I was like, oh, that's cute. She understands it, and, I got to flirt with somebody. It's worth more to me sometimes than just sexual gratitude, to make somebody laugh like that. It's a good feeling, but then I'm starting to think, there's a lot of people that probably like that lie about owning a business or something like that, or flaunt their money, or flaunt whatever possessions they have, and they actually, maybe they just don't act so obvious like I act, like, yeah, it's my company. I'm like, I thought about diversifying, think about opening a couple, what is it? Yeah, the little yellow dots. No, I didn't start here. I just, I'm not around here. Yeah, oh, man, yeah, I got billions. Trying to get billions, but, yeah, you could come in, just, I don't want you to think that because I own this, like, I could probably talk to you like this. Like, how could you not get that, I mean, you just never met me before. Like, you think that's all I am, because there's plenty of people like that, probably, In my mind, like, I already saw somebody like that, just so cartoonish and comical. Like, I just make stuff that up. There's probably people out there, but it's like, it's a sad world that there are, aren't there? It's just hilarious, But at the same time, it's kind of sad for the person that is like that, And it's like the first time you meet a woman, and you just like, you talk about, how much possession you have, how much this and that. It's just ridiculous. I make fun of people like that. It's like, I kind of want to see somebody like that, but I'd be standing there like this. In my mind, I'm like this, like, just watching him study. Like, so I could pick everything up, so I could joke about it, But at the same time, I don't know, it just comes naturally to me. There's just a lot of self-absorbed people out there, And I ridicule that all the time. All the time, every chance I get, it's hilarious. It just, it's funny how they present themselves, but yeah, just ridiculing arrogance, ridiculing arrogance, and I mean, there's people that have to be arrogant about anything out there, not just millions of dollars or a company or their business or whatever, you know. If you're like that, you could be arrogant about it. And, you know, I feel gratitude for like the simplest things, which a lot of times aren't so simple, you know. This journal isn't too expensive, but, you know, I just had a journal entry today, and it's about my dreams. I could jot down my dreams, you know, instead of just talking about it. It's a different experience when you write it down. Am I arrogant about it? No, but I like it. I enjoy doing it, you know. I just think it's a healthy experience. It's healthy just to jot down my dreams, and also just my thoughts during the day. As I write some poems about nature. It's cloudy today, murky, so, you know, maybe I'll go out there and jot down, compose like a little poem, something short, a short verse. Not necessarily that it rhymes, but Shakespearean style, old English style of writing, you know. I'm not arrogant about it. I'm not, you know, self-absorbed about it. Just something I like doing. You know, if somebody wants to hear it, then I'll gladly read them, but, you know, with respect for it. I mean, you know, joke around, all of that, but it's something that I like, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna feel like I need to just show something off over and over or just brag about it. I'm not into that. Do I have nice things? Yeah, for what I like, things that I use, you know. Even the car, even the guitar, you know, which I'm kind of trying to call melody right now. You know, maybe I'll change some strings, but let me see. I lost my pick. I have this pine cone here. This is for my picks. Let me see if this could do it. It's not too flat. I see I don't know, the chords, whatever, the finger play, right? I just couldn't, you know, I didn't want to sit down and compose a melody. I do have to fix the crack eventually, and you know, somebody abused it, just didn't handle it properly. There's someone in the store, someone I had it previously, I don't know. I really don't know, but too fast and hairy melody. It does give me somewhat of a joy, even though, you know, I only have like 1 or 2 tunes I could make something up. It's just something I enjoy. Am I arrogant about it? No. Do I like going on an application and just making beats and music and just writing something? Yeah. Am I gonna be flaunting that? You know, I meet somebody, oh yeah, I can rhyme, and I try to be like, I don't do that. Actually, you know, a lot of people disrespected me for that, so I kind of want to throw it in their face, but just rhyme about them like I did in the unit, psychiatric unit. You know, just 1 or 2 things about that. It wasn't that great, and just, you know, they finally gave respect. Oh, he can rap. So what is that? Like, to have the ultimate power? You know, what about things I jot down if I read it? What do you think that is? You know, I could read some things and be like, oh wow, that. But when I'm writing, I look like an idiot. You know, and this. I mean, Jesus, you know, with people like that, you just kind of want to ridicule them, you know. So I would want to do. But it just eventually just comes down to animosity. You know, I really have no time for that. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, let me Standards, principles, principles. Here we go. Someone discarded it, you know. But one man's waste is another man's treasure, right? And, you know, with that, still not arrogant, but I do have a point to make. I do have a point to make. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff like that in the United States of America. People aren't just resourceful, you know. They live a life of recklessness, on all types of accords. If you want to live reckless but for yourself, you know, you have the freedom. You have a free will. But when it causes damage and chaos for other people, you're infringing other people's happiness and health, including their environment. That should be respected, as your life should be respected. Even though it's a small part of nature, we're all connected to nature to some degree. We all came from it. We all thrive and live in it. You don't respect it, then you shouldn't get respect back. You know, just because you live in a house that has sheetrock, lumber, and cinder blocks, whatever you have, that's great. But just because you have a big house and a couple cars or a car or two that's expensive doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean a thing. You know, it's that arrogance, and you know, you just think you're on top of the world because, you know, you have a couple dollars and you can drive fast. That 15, 16-year-old could do that. You know, grow up. I shouldn't even use the word grow up there. Just wake up to it. Wake up to reality. Reality bites. What being in the history of the world just couldn't care about any of that? Yeah. I know some of you are thinking his name, right? Reddish in face with horns and stuff like that. There's no care for the humanity or their environment, you know, no respect for it whatsoever. Yeah, it's that I am stronger, I am better, I could care less about that. You know, it's horrible. That's the biggest disrespect. I have no respect for anybody like that. And I could tell when you're like that, you're a different kind of breed of individual. You know, that's why, you know, I think you're a foreigner to this place. It's like you're living in a home that you don't even respect. You know, what do you live there for? That's called for an eviction. That's a broken home on account of you. I mean, there's no excuse that we came from the city. That's nonsense. You know, that's nonsense. I never been to the moon. You know, I do respect it. I'm not going to go and throw Pepsi can and Coca-Cola cans all around. Urinate, you know, in a plastic bottle and just throw it, or, you know, throw it on the ground because, you know, I didn't have a bathroom. That's not an excuse. You know, you don't create waste just because, you know, you're not aware of the place. And everybody's seen a park. Everybody's seen a grass blade. There's no excuse. Like, how much into are people in their own lives, in their own mind, into themselves, or just overlooking something that, the foundation. You overlook the foundation, you know, there's no help for you. I mean, you know, strip away the political form, the imaginary lines, the security blanket that you have so far. Nature exists, and you don't respect it. You're not part of it, you know. But you can have all the presidents and laws, this and that, and other men that hold something dear that is just, you know, empty and vapid and imaginary. I don't care for any of that. I respect it because there's the rules that we play, but this isn't a rule. This is reality. This is an absolute rule. This is the foundation. You have to respect what you walk on. Don't walk on that. Respect it.